Hello and welcome back to Solarpunk. I made a video talking about cables and logic boxes and things like that, but what I didn't do was explain why. why you do these things. So what I did was kind of set up a little area here, and we're just going to talk about all the different items that you can make in the game and why you would use them, where you would use them, and stuff like that. So first things first, I think I made a little box here. So this is a network display. The network display is this item here. I know it seems like it's useless, but it's actually really useful. It will take 1 iron, 1 glass, and 1 copper to make. Now, it's not something you can make straight away. So you have to wait until you can kind of get some sand, but I think you do. I think it is something that you can make straight away, because you do get sand sometimes when you're mining your iron ore on this starter island. So here's our starter island here. Okay, so, and then you've got your solar panel. When you unlock your solar panel, it'll be 8 glass, 8 iron, 8 copper. So iron and copper are something that you can get straight away. They'll be in this first little circle here. So your home island will have iron. This little island over here has copper, and then that's the place where you go to the little shop once you've made your what do you call it? This thing here, the dock, once you've made your dock. So, and to make your dock you need 20 iron, 40 wood, and 3 cloth. Okay. Alright, and then once you've got your dock, you're able to collect your copper. Okay. Now, the reason why you kind of want to have more than one solar panel is together the solar panels will create 200 energy. And a lot of the times the things that you use will need that much energy. Though if you're going to start using sprinklers, the sprinkler system will only use 40 energy. And the solar power will only work during the times the sun is shining. And you can see when that's happening on your weather station here. So the weather station will give you the times, it will give you the weather, it will give you how fast the wind blows and the direction of the wind. I've not really found the direction of the wind to be a big deal, but how sunny it is matters to how much, or for the windmill, and yeah, for these windmills and the wind turbine, how windy it is matters, because the windier it is, the more power it makes. How sunny it is matters for the solar panels, because how sunny it is, the more power it makes. So at the moment they're collecting 200, which means, yeah, so one solar panel will be 100 power, which will power your sprinkler, but it won't power your drill. So this is a drill here. I can only place a drill down. The drill will cost 10 iron, 10 copper, and I can only place it down on I can't place it down here as a test. So what we're going to do is grab this little power thingy and the drill. We'll go down to where I've got my iron ore space, because that's the only place I can place it. I do already have one there that's operating. Okay, will you let me place a second? So, okay, so there's a drill there. All right, now I'm going to try and place a little connector, but I'm going to toggle it so it's not connecting to other things. So now I can see it's not connecting to other things, and I want to connect it just to this. So you can see that a drill on its own needs 120 power. One solar panel can give you 100 power. At the moment, both my solar panels are giving only 140 power. So yeah, you kind of need 2 solar panels to be able to run your drill. Okay, we'll leave that there. We'll go back. So that's why you need to, at the very minimum, 2 solar panels connected to a drill, and then you can go to your ore spots and pick up what it connects. It's very slow. It is faster to just kind of create a whole bunch of picks and take them, like fill up your little bar here full of picks, go to where your ore space is, collect all your ores by hand. But the reason why you want to do a drill is because over time you'll be able to get one of these little guys that will be able to automatically collect from there. So when we look at my chest, we've got all these drones here that I can click on to collect from this chest. And that'll be the same for the drill, for the drills. So if we go, I don't want to click on them because I don't want to mess it up. It's 1 drone per chest. You can't have 1 drone collect from multiple chests. So here you can see I've named the drone iron, and I've got this iron one connected to this iron ore. So it will collect. I can press this button and collect it myself, although the drone will also come and collect it. So if we click on here, I can tell a drone to come here to collect from that chest. But yeah, 1 drone per collection point. So I've got this drone connected to this collection point. I thought maybe you could connect your 1 drone to multiple collection points. It doesn't work that way. It will only let you do 1 drone per collection point. Okay, but that's kind of ahead of ourselves. All right, so that's the solar panel. Now we also get a generator. So here's our generator here. You can see I've got it connected to the display panel, and it's not creating any energy. It's not consuming any energy. Now, it costs 5 iron, 5 copper to make. You need cables to connect it. The cables are 2 iron and 2 copper, and you get 2 cables per. But you have to make 2 at a time. Well, it makes 2 at a time. 2 copper, 2 iron. Okay. Now with the generator, why would you use a generator? What is useful about a generator? The generator is useful early game when it's late at night and your solar panels aren't working and you don't have the materials for the wind turbines or the windmills. It's good to just, and also to power your sprinklers, I used a generator. Now the generator can take wood You place the amount in there, or it can take these ones. Oh, how many does it take to fill it up? I think I've been wasting. Is it 3? 3 fill it up. I never really thought of that before. How many wood fills it up? I'm curious now. If I put 10 in, 10 doesn't fill it up. Okay, let's see. 20. Okay, 20 fills it up. Let's just go one at a time till it's full on to 12. I think I've been wasting it. 17. Is it definitely 17 or is it 16? It's definitely 17. Okay, so 17 wood or 3 of these wax will fill it up to 12. It won't go over that, so it will run for 12 minutes, 12 in-game minutes. We go convert and it'll start creating energy. So the energy it will create is 120, which is enough to run the drill. It's also enough to run your sprinklers. It will be enough to put power into a battery. So we could connect this up to here and down to here, which means, oh, nope, I didn't connect it down to there. From here, nope. Oh, I messed it up. Why am I like this? Okay, I messed it up. Put that back there. Put you there. Put you there. So now, this generator is connected to that battery, so the power that it's generating is going into the battery. It's going to charge this battery. So if you don't save the generated power, it's gone. It will do its 12 minutes and then it's gone, and you're not able to see it again. So I used the generator for my early crops to run sprinklers, and for my early automation of getting iron ore. So I've got a generator here. I don't use it anymore. I'm not using it anymore, but I did have it there to run it when the solar panels weren't working, and it's also hooked up to this battery here, so it would charge that battery to keep it working. My early crops were over this way, and I used to use the generator to run my sprinklers. I don't use it anymore. I have no use for generators anymore. I don't know why you would use it past early game, to be honest with you. There's no reason to use it. But early game, it's useful. And I was definitely wasting all of my wax bricks. I didn't realise that it only needed 3. I was putting a whole bunch in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so alright, so we'll move on to, what was the other thing that I wanted to talk about? Trying to remember. Okay, so once you get the materials to be able to make your windmills, this one here is your first windmill that you can make. It's just called a windmill. It will take 15 silicon, 15 cobalt, 8 iron and 8 copper, so it's kind of a later game item. The cobalt and silicon isn't available until you open up the circle more. So cobalt is down here on this island. So it's kind of, silicon is this one. Quartz and sand are over here. So this is your first circle, that's your second circle, so you get silicon and sand in your second circle, and cobalt is your third circle. And then diamonds are your fourth circle. Clay and cobalt, and also stone. I think that one's stone. I'm trying to get the little flags to work. So I've got stone there, cobalt there, and clay over here. So as your circles open up, oh, it's dark. Should we sleep? We should probably sleep. Go. We'll sleep till we get some sunlight again. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I just wanted to talk about everything. It seems like a few people have been watching the first one that I did about switches and cables and stuff, so we'll see. Thank you for putting up with me. Okay, so with the windmill, it will generate 202 power, which is a little bit more than your 2 solar panels. So you can see at the moment, one solar panel is only generating 70 power. So let's get you connected to this one. So you can see that's connected to there. We've got 2 solar panels connected. It's 140 power. The reason why it's not 200 is because it's a cloudy day. So when we get this sunshine here, we will get more, we'll get the 200. So it changes as to how much sunshine there is. We've got 3 for wind power at the moment, which means all the wind is we're collecting more wind energy than we normally would. So 40 extra here, 20 extra there, I think, and 30 extra for this one. Okay. Talked about the battery, talked about this. So yeah, that will give you that 12 minutes of power, and you just keep refilling it and converting it over, but it will always only be that 12 minutes. So as we found out, it was 3 wax bricks or 17 wood to fill it to 12. Okay, and then we don't unlock this one. Like, I didn't unlock that until really late in the game. It must be one of those ones that you don't get the blueprint for until later. I'm trying to... It's hard to remember because I've unlocked everything. It's hard to remember what unlocked when. And what unlocks on those tables and what unlocks at the vendor. I don't remember. I just played and did all that. Now this here is a map marker. You can place that anywhere on your islands, whatever island it is. It will take 1 wood, 1 stick, 2 cloth and 1 iron. I always had a map marker in my pockets whenever I went to a new place to explore, so that I could mark on the map any ore places that I found. What I did here was I wrote on here no power. You can change this to whatever you want to write. You can't write a lot. There's only so many characters available on there. You don't have to hook this map marker up to any power. You can just place it. It doesn't require power to work. The other thing that doesn't require power, when you unlock these lights, so you'll unlock the fairy lights and the fairy lights large. So fairy lights, the first one will only go across 1 space. Fairy lights large will go across 2. I find them very difficult to place. they're not easy. They don't connect to anything. Like they're just hard to place, and they don't require any power either to work. Once you've unlocked the blueprint, you can make it in your normal decoration one here. So when we go to decorations, you scroll down, there's the fairy lights there. You can make them here, and it's just a matter of clicking through the alternate recipes on the side here. So like this barrel, it has an alternative recipe, that is the crate. Not everything has an alternative recipe, the books do. You get alternate recipes, the bucket doesn't, the curtain doesn't, but these little logs do. They don't do anything other than decorative items. You can't interact with those barrels, you can't. So I've got barrels here, they're not storage. It's just a decorative item. Okay, so this here is the weather. What did I call? What is it called? Hang on, look at your box. I've got one in the box. Oh, do I? Yeah. This here is called a weather station. It will take up to 20 power. So one solar panel will be enough to power it. The reason why we have all these different power devices is as you progress and unlock things in the game, you have the ability to generate more and more power. You could actually string a whole bunch of these together to generate more power as well, if that's something you want to do. I didn't really like the look of having a whole bunch of them together. I like being able to upgrade to something that gives you more power. So these devices give you more power, these devices give you more power, but also cost more to generate. So for this you have to make a circuit board. To make a circuit board you need cobalt, algae and copper, and then once you've got the circuit board you need 30 cloth and 20 iron to make that turbine. So it's a lot of gathering items and stuff, which is why as you unlock more things, you can generate more power, you can automate things more. So automation is your droids being able to go and collect things from the islands without you having to physically go there to collect the items. Now a drone will cost 30 energy just to operate. 300 energy just to operate, and 2 solar panels are not going to be able to do that, which is why you kind of want these other devices to be able to power that. So your wind turbine will be able to power potentially 2 drones. But if you want to have a drone for each, so it's 1 drone per 1 drone per ore that you want to collect from all the different places. Now you could possibly not worry about the ore on the home island because it's iron and you can just get that yourself. So that's potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drones to go off island to collect and bring back. So if you want all 6, you need to be able to generate the power, the power to operate all 6. And then if you want to have your electric furnaces as well, you have to have the energy to power an electric furnace. Now this isn't doing anything at the moment because it doesn't need to, But if I put some iron in here, oh, it doesn't say. We need to connect you to some power. So let's go here and I want you to, connect to there. And then, no, you connected to the wrong one. That's not the one I wanted you to connect to. Hang on. If we go here. Uh-oh. I didn't want you to connect there either. Okay, these are tricky. I thought if pre-placing them might be easier. So, okay, you're connecting to what I want you to connect to. To there. To there. To there. To there. And then can I get you to connect? Will you connect over to here? Is that too far? That might be too far. So if we go try and connect you to there. And then can I connect you to there? Okay. So, oh, you've connected to the battery. Okay, so now we've got the generator and the battery connected, creating, oh, and the battery is draining the rest of the, okay, so we got 600 power from the wind turbine. The energy from the furnace is 250, so you need 250 to run the energy furnace. Alternatively, we've got the normal furnaces over here, E to open. So a normal furnace will only take 15 clay to make. I don't think it's clay bricks, I think it's just, is it clay bricks or clay? Hang on. Here, furnace, stone. Why did I put clay there? It's 15 stone to make. My brain. There we go, 15 stone, not clay. Okay, 15 stone to make. And then also, you can place the bricks in there. Or wood in there. To power them. So, wood, bricks. And we can cook. Nope, wrong button. We can cook the cobalt, or we could cook the copper. So, yeah, like you can't really automate these. So if I click on here, I can't connect it to a drone. The drone won't put things in there. Also here, there's no connection to a drone. A drone won't put things in there. You have to put it in there yourself. As to which one's faster, I don't know. I don't think one is faster than the other, to be honest with you. Have a look at how fast, possibly energy furnace is faster. Like that's going along a pretty steady speed, but also this is too, yeah, I have a feeling they're probably the same speed, to be honest. I don't think there's an advantage to using the energy one, other than you don't have to place any fuel. you don't have to place fuel to activate this. You just have to make sure that it's connected to a power source that can give it the 250 power that it needs. So one drone is 300, one energy is 250, so that's 550 power that you need, which is one turbine worth, which is about 600 to 630 depending on the wind speed. So up here I made my workshop, and I've got a bunch of things connected together. So you can see here, this is the energy that I'm collecting from solar panels, sky turbines, wooden windmills, and I've got a battery bank of 6 batteries connected as well. And all of these items are using that power. So when I put things in the furnace, it will start using more energy to process that into things. So I've got wireless lamps and wireless lights and stuff all connected through here as well. Okay, we'll go back and talk about why you would use. So that's why you would use your wind turbine over these other sources. The reason why I had all these wind turbines, they need a certain amount of spacing between them, the placement of them. So, because as you can see, they take up a lot of space in the air, and I wasn't getting enough energy to cover everything, which is why I put in the wooden windmills, because I didn't want to place more of these sky turbines. I thought that was enough. And just to top up the rest of the energy needs, I put down 4 of these, which gives you that extra 1,680 to cover. So once I've got all my furnaces running at the same time, it kind of covers the requirements of that energy for all the furnaces. Whew. Okay. So it was a space issue, and also it's a lot. They're a lot. They're big. They take up a lot of space. Okay, it's dark again, so let's go to sleep. How long have we been going for? Half an hour. Okay, I think we've almost covered everything. There was just a couple of more things that I wanted to cover. Okay, third day. Surely we finish. I probably should have set up a little bed over there as well. I didn't think about sleeping. I was trying. It took me a long time to get all the resources to make all the extra things. That was a lot. Okay. So why would you want wireless lights and stuff? So we've got this wireless item here. We look, what's it called? It's called a wireless power base. The wireless power base will only work with wireless lights, and I put them in here, this little small wireless lamp. Now the reason why you want to use the wireless lights and the small wireless lamp is so that you can light up the inside of your house without wires anywhere. Can you use the wireless base on other items? No, it won't work. It won't work with other items. The only thing we need to do with this is to connect it to power. It will take 50 power. So a little one solar panel is enough to power it. And and you could also connect it to a battery as well. So what I'm going to do is connect it to these little power systems here. So we've got you, we're going to connect you to here. Nope. What did I just do? I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we've disconnected from power. Unless. Okay, we're gonna disconnect to that. Okay, so we want to connect you to there. We want to connect you. Trying to make sure I'm pressing the right mouse button to cycle through what I'm connecting to. I'm connecting it to there. Then we want this to connect to that one up there. That one there. Okay, and then we want that to connect to there. Okie dokie. So now we're just connected to the turbine and not to the battery. Okay, we're good. Alright, so what we want to do is connect this to one of those ones up on that post. Yep, there we go. So now it's connected to here, and you can see that it's connected to the sky turbine, and it's also connected to that furnace over there that we're connected to, as well as the wireless base. The furnace isn't drawing any energy out because it's not cooking anything, and the wireless base is taking up 50 power. Now, it's really cool how these work. So with the wireless light, it takes 5 cobalt, 5 copper, 5 iron to make. And when I hold it in my hands, it automatically wants to connect to the closest wireless base. So you can see there's like this connection there. And I can place it up on here to give us a light. Once I've placed it down, I need to press E to turn it on, because otherwise it won't turn on if I don't do that. We've also got this little lamp here, which is the same 5 iron, 5 cobalt, 5 copper to make. If I hold it in my hands, it wants to connect to the closest wireless one. Now I've got a second one just over there. So if I walk over here, I could cycle to connect to the wireless one over here. But if I walk out of range, it will automatically want to connect to the one I'm in range to. And you can see there's this big circle all the way around. That's the range of the wireless power base. Okay, so what I want to do is place it on this little table here and turn it on. So we have power to these lights without any cables. It would be really cool if we could have a wireless power base that worked with everything. If we could please be able to connect all our things to a wireless power base, that would be awesome. But at the moment, it's only lights. So what I can do is grab these other lights. They don't stack. They don't stack in your inventory. We can grab these other lights and place them down and turn them on. Place them down and turn them on. These lights here are connected to the other power base, which is connected to a light sensor, so they will only turn on when it's dark. These ones here are only connected to this power base that isn't connected to a sensor, so they will just be on until I connect it to a switch or connect it to a sensor. So this is the daylight sensor here. The daylight sensor generates 1 power when it's daylight, or it will consume 1 power when it's nighttime. This here is a, what do you call it? A rain sensor. The rain sensor will generate 1 power if it's raining, or it will consume 1 power when it is not raining. So I thought that was interesting. And then you've got your logic box. So this is the logic box where you can connect it to a sensor in this middle part, connect it to a power source, and then connect it to a item that you want to power. And I talked about that in the other video as well. The weather. Okay, so hang on, I'll put another light down. Put you over here and turn you on. Okay. The weather station is important. We talked about how it only consumes 20 power, so it can be powered just by a solar panel, if you like. A solar panel and a battery maybe will be enough to do it. It takes 4 copper, 4 iron, and 3 glass. The reason why it's important, like I said, it would let you know when it's going to rain. So we've got rain incoming. It's going to let you know how fast the wind is blowing. So at the moment it's 5 BFT. So we're getting extra power now from all our wind devices. So all the wind devices are giving us extra power during this windy time. Once we hit the rain cycle, it won't be that much power, so it won't always generate that maximum power. And this one is only 140 power because it's a partly cloudy day, so it's less efficient on the solar power. Okay, we can. So the other thing I wanted to show was the forester and the algae collector, because to make these circuit boards you need the algae. Okay, the forest, what's it called? The forest collector. The forester is a little robot that will chop down trees. You need 16 birch saplings. 16 birch saplings specifically. It won't work with any other sapling. So a birch sapling is this tree here. The trees that look like this. This one is birch. Does it tell us when we're looking at it? No, it doesn't tell us what kind of tree it is. But yeah, there's 2 types of trees. So there's this tree here that's kind of got a lot of open branches. It's not that tree. Yeah, wait, it's this tree here. This one is the birch tree. So you need the trees that look like this. You can get it from this island. You can get it from any of the islands that are on this, that are green on the map here. They grow on all of these islands. They don't grow on the snow islands. So it's that tree there that's very tall and slim, not the big roundish ones. Oh, you can see them close together here. So it's this one, not this one. That's the birch sapling. And you need 16 of them, which I know it's a lot. Is it worth it? I think so. I think when you're ready to automate and have drones for everything, you can get drones to pick up the wood. And when you're designing and decorating and stuff, It's really handy. Not only does the forester collect wood, it also collects leaf, and leaf is needed for when you're making all your plants. Oh, I've got one over here. Okay, so what I wanted to do was show you how much power each of these items take. So we can see that the drill on its own will take 120 power. I'm going to take that with us. Whoops. Over to here. I'll see if it'll let me place down a second one of these. Will you let me? Or did I put it in the middle where it won't? Okay, here comes the rain. No, it won't let me. Dang it. Okay, let's go to another island. I wonder if I can sleep. Oh, I should probably. Yeah, I've also got these little water things everywhere. I don't have just one or two in one place. I've actually literally got them everywhere. So that I can always see. I've got one here, I've got one here, I've got one at every entrance point. Can I sleep? Can only sleep at night. Do we have a weather one here? I don't have a weather one here. Do I have a weather one back here? I do. When is it considered nighttime? Oh, the lights are on. Does that mean it's nighttime? No. I think the lights are always on. When these lights go on, it's nighttime. Dang it. Don't have a switch for that one. Okay. Oh, it's raining. I can show you the water sensor. So now that it's raining, you'll be able to see this is the water sensor. It's working. It's generating 1 power now because it's raining. And oh, the daylight sensor is still working because it's daylight. Okay, what was the other thing I wanted to show? We showed that. One of the things that I did was make sure that I had a dock at every island that had an ore site, because I'm not very good at parking and it just made it easier to get on and off the island. I know some people just jump off and stuff, but that wasn't something I liked to do. Oh, yes, so look at your map. So yeah, and it also made it easy for me to find where to fly to when it was dark and I couldn't see. Yeah. Oh yeah, my diamonds are over here on that snow island there. Okay. Oh, it's nighttime? Oh, we can sleep. It's nighttime now. Trying to think, where can we go to get the algae working? Oh, you know what? Oh no, because then I'd still have to do another drone. 1 drone per collection point. Okay. I guess I could just lift up. Oh, it's raining again? Oh, it's a storm. Dang it. Okay, I have a thought. I can still do what I want to do. All I need to do is empty this out and break that there. We'll put this down. Will you let me? Okay. And then we'll connect. Okay, we don't want you to connect to anything. Connect you to you. And that will tell us that the algae pool will cost 160 power to run. Okay, so you just need to cover that energy for that. And I've basically, so over here I had the algae pool and the forester all running together. Oh, on here it says the forester is 400. So it's 400 power to run the forester. I've got 2 normal windmills and I've got a wind turbine over here and a bit of an energy bank. I don't know why I've got so much power. I think it was because I was worried that it wouldn't be enough. So I must have had 4 solar panels. Oh, 2 solar panels over here. 1 there. And 3 here. Okay, I must have had 3 solar panels to run the algae pool. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Alright, so we'll collect that and we'll connect you back up to here. Okay, so yeah, you can see that algae drone is 160 and the forester is 400. And you just need to make sure that you're generating enough power to keep those running. So on the algae collector here, I've got it connected to a drone called Azyh. So I know that drone will come here to collect that algae. And on here, I've got a drone called Wood, and it's collecting the wood in the leaf. So yeah, why power? It's to automate things. It's to make it easier. I don't ever use the watering can anymore. I don't use the hoe anymore, really. I've worked out how to do this, so I need to update my setup to be more efficient for making all the food and stuff. But yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, we didn't talk about this one. So this is one of the lights that you can create, and it gives, I think it's 40 power. So if we connect to here, and sorry, I got to cycle through. Okay, and to there. It's connecting up to all these things here, and you can see that the wireless stand, when we turn it on, it's 30 power. Oh, I don't know why I thought it was 40. So it takes 30 power to run that one, and it's like a blue, it's more of a blue light. I think I've got it over here as well. If we ignore the water sensor and turn that on, yeah, it's more of a blue light. It's not very, I don't know, I didn't like it myself. Where have I got it set up? I've got it set up in my greenhouse over here. It doesn't give you a lot of light, like a bit, I guess. So yeah, these, I put 2 together. Like it's a bit bright, but not the same as using the wireless lights. So I've got the wireless lights over here. It's more, I like this light a lot better. The problem with here is the one that it's over the top of. This won't grow. I think I have to move it. I wonder if we do move it, if that will make a difference. I'll probably break everything. Can I just get that? And can I move it elsewhere? Can I move it over the top of this one here? And turn that on. Not sure if that will let that... Oh no, it's still over the top of there. I need you to be here maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure if that'll grow. And also the lightning strikes still destroy some of the crops in here. Not all the time, but it's only because I don't have closed doors. I just have these open door areas. Sometimes these ones are broken, but they're not. Yeah, so I can make these more efficient. I just haven't. I haven't made it more efficient yet. Okay. I think that was everything I wanted to talk about. I hope that kind of helps people understand why and when you would use different power sources. It's basically to cover the power that you're using, and yeah, with the switches and all of that kind of, it's just automation. If you want to automate it, so whether the lights are on all the time or if their lights are off during the day, that's all it is really. Yeah, and I cover the switches and the logic boxes in the other video if you want to check that out. I think this is probably long enough. I think I covered everything. Again, if you're watching this far into it, thank you so much for following along. I hope it's been helpful to you. Enjoy your Solarpunk journey, and in the light of giving and receiving, I honour you.